LaSalle Bank presents The Race to Mackinac 2005 on CBS2. And now, here's your host, Mark Malone.
Welcome to Navy Pier and CBS 2's coverage of the Race to Mackinac. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Malone. This is the oldest, longest, and most prestigious freshwater regatta. It started back in 1898 with a mere 5 entrants. Today, more than 300 boats from Chicago, and for that matter around the world, will set out to conquer the 333 miles from Chicago to Mackinac. As in all previous 96 outings, the Mac remains a test of strength, endurance, strategy, willpower, and as always, involves a little sailor's luck. Well, last night, Ben Wallace and rookie Joakim Noah tussled in the locker room as the Bulls got blown out in Orlando tonight. The Bulls released their frustrations on the Heat. White Sox skipper Ozzie Guillen in Miami for this game. Kirk Heinrich sat out his second straight contest with back spasms, but it didn't matter. Joe Smith poured in 17 points in the first half. A nice layup there, and then finishes that off with a jam. He had 23 on the night. Luol Deng added 21 off the Chris Duhon steal. Deng will get the layup and the foul. Ben Gordon added 24. Then Wallace and Noah team up for this one. Big Ben the miss. Noah cleans it up. The Bulls cruise tonight, 126-96. Draylon Burns and DePaul trying to beat number 21 Villanova for a second time this season. Burns was in fuego. Drained 3 trays to start the game. DePaul built a 16-point first-half lead. Second half, basket of the game. Cliff Clinkscale, the alley-oop to the freshman, Dar Tucker, who reaches back, and what a play. That deserves another look, huh? Wow. And, of course, Sergio Garcia, who made his name here back in 1999 with that shot from beneath the tree at 16, was in the middle of the fairway and sticks this one close, Howard.
Well, the shot from the tree in 99 was a great shot, but it's a little easier playing from the fairway, right? So he stuck it in there and made birdie right there.
Well, it's very interesting as we talk about Mike Weir again, because when you go back to 1999, the PGA Championship that year, he played in the final group with Tiger. He wasn't ready to win a major. He shot 80 that day, and now he's in the hunt again. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Malone, and it is my privilege to be your host for this 30th anniversary staging of the LaSalle Bank Chicago Marathon. Now, as you just saw in the open, both this marathon and the city of Chicago have undergone some major changes since 1977. Chicago is much bigger and better and much more beautiful than it was 30 years ago. And it's also proud to be the United States bid for the 2016 Olympic Games. It's also become a world-class event. 45,000 entrants here today and an estimated 1.5 million spectators along this 26.2-mile course. The Blackhawks with an offensive assault tonight. Patrick Sharp takes out Manny Legacy. St. Louis goalie would leave the game with an arm injury. Pick it up 1-0 Hawks in the second. Rene Bourque right through the defenseman's legs to light the lamp to make it 2-zip. Then later in the period, Hawks on the power play. Your man, Rob, Patrick Kane, one-time. Had a pair of goals tonight. Hawks win their second straight 6-1. To Allstate Arena, Sox man stunk up the joint with an ice cream eating contest. But the Wolves stunk it up against Milwaukee, down 1-0 in the second. Yanni Niskala with a wraparound. The Wolves get shut out tonight 4-zip.
It's 2 on Football with Mark Malone and Mike Ditka.
Welcome to 2 on Football. The Bears begin their mission to Miami and quest for Super Bowl 41. Hall of Fame tight end Mike Ditka, the architect of the Bears Super Bowl 20 win, joins me as always. I know you don't like it when people you got to like it when people refer to you that way, don't you?
No, I really don't, but I was the coach. Last I looked up.
You were the coach.
It might have been Buddy, but I thought I was. I don't know.
We spend so much time talking about how important it is in the playoffs and the fact that you're just 2 or 3 games away from either being in a Super Bowl or winning a Super Bowl. Give people a sense of how this game changes now that we're in the postseason.
Sudden death, the finality of losing, and you know it as well as anybody.
This freshwater adventure bears the name of this island, but what do we really know about the place called Mackinac? It's only 8 miles in circumference and has no motorized vehicles on it. Located at the juncture of Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas, Mackinac Island is one of the most unique vacation destinations in the Midwest, resplendent in natural beauty and rich in history. Fort Mackinac, which dates back to the Revolutionary War, was originally a British outpost before the U.S. military took it over. It has spectacular views overlooking the natural harbor. Now, if you've heard anything about the island, it's probably that cars are banned and horse-drawn taxis can be hailed on any street. But the best way to get around by far is on 2 wheels.
Bike trails crisscross the island, allowing visitors access to the gorgeous panoramas and natural limestone formations. Seasonal tourists, affectionately known as fudgies, for the tons of the confection they buy each summer, arrive by the thousands. And on race weekend, the heart of downtown is packed.
Welcome back to 2 on Football Mission Miami as we get you set for the NFC Championship game between the Bears and the Saints later on today. Gary Fensick, Howard Sudbury along for the ride. And guys, let's talk a little bit about the national perception of this game. The Saints have become the Cinderella story, and as well they should. 13 losses a year ago, Hurricane Katrina. They have lifted that city up, but it certainly, to me, has swayed, especially the national media, in favor of New Orleans.
Back at Minute Maid Park as we get you ready for Game 3 of the World Series. And yes, the Sox are on a roll. They've won 6 straight, 14 of their last 15. And oh, by the way, they're going for their 10th straight road trip. They also have an historical advantage in the World Series. Only 11 of the 49 teams to jump out to a 2-0 start in the World Series have managed to squander that lead and then somehow lose the World Series. Tonight, John Garland will be saddled with the responsibility of pitching the White Sox to a 3-0 start in this World Series. The big right-hander went 18-10 during the regular season. Then he wasn't even used at all in the Boston Red Sox series.
John Lieber has agreed to a 1-year deal and is returning to the Cubs, where he won 20 games back in 2001. And it happened on the day the Cubs caravan got underway. Manager Lou Piniella had this to say about the mounting pressure to win a World Series.
My message, first and foremost, to this team, and I've been thinking about that, don't put the load of 99 years of not winning on you.
All right, Tony Sperano, not Soprano, Sperano, was introduced as Dolphins' new head coach today. And Patriots wideout Randy Moss has been slapped with a restraining order after a Florida woman accused him of battery. Finally, some tennis. Andy Roddick at the Australian Open facing Michael Barrar. And he had a racket malfunction. Not once, but the second time on this serve. Woof. He says, I just might as well close my eyes. Here's a suggestion. How about one of those big rackets like Di uses?
She's got quite a game, too.
Oh, okay.
That's why she can serve at 130 miles an hour, too.
See what I'm saying? Right.
Don't be afraid to
Which
brag,
Di
Di.
you're talking about.